Yeah, wake up the echoes. Welcome back to Notre Dame Day. I'm Steve Garagiola. I hope you're doing your part, and that is doing the voting, because your decisions will distribute that $1 million to all the great organizations in this university. When you think about Notre Dame's past and present, of course, there are some legendary names that instantly come to mind. Number one at the top of the list, I think, would have to be Father Theodore Hesburgh, just an incredible human being. But in athletics, maybe names like Newt Rockne or Ara Parseghian, and certainly Digger Phelps in that basketball team. But another one you will add very quickly is Lou Holtz. Lou Holtz, certainly known for leading the Fighting Irish to a national championship in 1988. Oh, that was a fun season. But he is so much more than a Hall of Fame football coach and a Notre Dame football icon. Coach Holtz is equally well known for his quick wit, and I can tell you, I've seen the coach speak live to a large group. I was ready to suit up and go out and play. This man can inspire anybody, just an incredible speaker. You know him, you love him, and he joins us now on the Notre Dame Day Hotline. Notre Dame parent, grandparent, and Fighting Irish legend Lou Holtz. Coach, thank you for joining us this evening.
Yeah, thank you. Always good to be part of Notre Dame.
Well, we know you feel that way. Can you just take us back, because I think maybe some people may not know enough about your relationship with Notre Dame. If I understand correctly, when you were at Minnesota, you had the Notre Dame out in your contract. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, what happened is when I went to Minnesota, the two things I wanted was, number one, if everybody wasn't there to win the Big Ten championship, they'd be reassigned. The other one was the Notre Dame clause. Now, how that came about, when we sat down with our family and tried to decide whether we should go to Minnesota or not, there was nothing but just a lot of disruption in our family. I said, we're all going to go to a different room, we're going to pray for a half hour, and we'll come back and we'll talk about it. And after a half hour, we all agreed that we could go there, but I put the Notre Dame clause in. Pete Corrigan had tried to hire me at Notre Dame. Tried to hire me 3 times at Virginia, and I figured, hey, if he tried to hire me at Virginia, maybe he tried to hire me at Notre Dame. That's exactly the way it worked out.
Boy, and that changed the course of football history for Notre Dame in such a positive way. Of course, the '88 national championship. I know you have many great football memories at Notre Dame. You've given us many great football memories at Notre Dame. What about memories or great moments away from football with regard to Notre Dame? What comes to mind for you?
Oh, I tell you, just being part of the campus, going to the Basilica, going down to Sacred Heart, talking to the dorms. I talked to every dorm every year, answering questions with them, just being around the students. And also, anytime there was a catastrophe or something happened, the way the Notre Dame family rallied around everybody was absolutely incredible. But the highlight for 10 years was my wife and I would have dinner with Father Ted and Father Ned in the spring and in the fall. This is after they left, after they hired me, and they wanted to know about football. Well, I'd mention about, recruiting the team, etc. Then I would ask Father Ted a question, and then about 3 hours later, when he got done going through Mother Teresa and the Pope and Martin Luther King and John F. Kennedy, he would answer it. But, for example, I asked him one year, why did you make Notre Dame coeducational? And his whole comment after that was this: I didn't think Notre Dame could ever be a great academic institution if we eliminated one half of the most talented people in the country. And that's why he made it not coeducational. So the dinners with Father Ted and Father Ned, and I never went back to the campus after I left, but I did go by and see Father Ted. He was just a tremendous person.
Oh, coeducation was so important. I know that for Father Hesburgh. You have children who graduated Notre Dame. If I understand correctly, you have a grandchild who is currently at Notre Dame. What is it about Notre Dame and the Notre Dame family that resonates so deeply for you?
Well, my son Skip was at Notre Dame before I was hired. He was already very good and ready, finishing up his junior year in the middle of his junior year. And so the other 2 children followed him. And we sent 3 wonderful children to Notre Dame. They sent us back 3 mature adults. And when you talk about special moments at Notre Dame, I think Junior Parents Weekend is the best. I went through it 3 times as a father, and the way I came away all 3 Junior Parents Weekend was this. The child saying to us in essence, Dad, all the times that you said no, all the times you make us do this, thank you because we're here. The other thing you come away is if I died tomorrow, my children would be fine. They were mature. Their values were right. Yeah. Plus, I spoke 11 other times at Junior Parents Weekend. I would not speak when I was a parent, but I spoke 11 other times. So I went through Junior Parents Weekend 14 times.
You got it down.
Oh, it was a great experience. I always end up speaking at the closing lunches. There's so many great memories.
Oh, I believe that. All right, let me squeeze in one more question here, and that would be, can you watch Notre Dame football now as a fan, or do you still watch it as a coach and second-guess everything the head coach does like the rest of us?
I don't second-guess. I do watch it as a Notre Dame supporter. You want them to do well. I know what it's like to be there. I know what goes through your mind on the sideline, a million other things. But no, I pull for Notre Dame. It's time Notre Dame wins another national championship. But I tell you what, you got to be lucky to do that. You know, we stopped a 2-point conversion at Miami. We beat 7 top 10 teams in '88, 7 conference champions in '89. We're probably a better team in '89. You look at '89 and '93. I don't know how we did not get the national championship one of those 2 years, but just sometimes you're unlucky with the voting.
Well, yeah, you get the breaks too. And I remember, I was so mad with the voting that year. Let's not even start on that. Coach, I will speak for the entire Notre Dame family when I say thank you so much for sharing your time with us today on Notre Dame Day. We appreciate you spending this few minutes with us.
Well, it's just special. And we just got some great news yesterday. We thought maybe my wife had throat cancer, but now find out it's only a serious infection. So when I was up there last weekend, I went down to the grotto and lit a bunch of candles. And so our lady still resides at Notre Dame. As Father Hesburgh used to say, Our Lady visits the Lords, but it lives at Notre Dame, and that's true.
Thank you, Coach. Coach Lou Holtz joining us on the hotline.